14-year-old Axel Orman after jet Belize River. ICJ to hear Guatemala's intervention request in Belize-Honduras territorial dispute over Sapodilla Keys. Senior Counsel Amon Courtney addresses Belize's expectations and potential repercussions as Guatemala's preliminary hearing approaches. And MOHW manages to contain the recent outbreak of measles. These are some of the stories we have for you tonight in our newscast for Monday, July 21st, 2025.
All be safe during the rainy season. Belize Electricity Limited reminds you that heavy rains can cause flooding in your neighborhood and on roads. Avoid driving or walking in flooded areas, which can have hidden dangers such as debris and fallen power lines. Belize Electricity Limited cares about your safety. Please stay safe.
Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium, August 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Fire Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Buster B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience. September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium, August 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Fire Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Buster B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there.
Good evening with your news also simulcast on Fiesta FM 106.7. I am Joanna Rodriguez. The search for 14-year-old Axel Orman ended in tragedy yesterday as authorities recovered his body from the Belize River near the Hallover Bridge 1 day after he disappeared during a jet ski accident. The incident occurred around 3:10 p.m. on Saturday, July 19th, when Axel was maneuvering a jet ski with 55-year-old Roy Alvarez as his passenger. According to reports, the teen suddenly lost control of the vessel, causing him and Alvarez to be thrown into the water. While Alvarez managed to reach safety, Axel was unable to resurface despite efforts to swim back to the jet ski. Initial rescue attempts were launched promptly by lifeguards from Maya Princess Casino, who searched the area but were unable to locate the young boy. The Belize Coast Guard was called in to assist, launching a comprehensive water search that continued into Sunday morning. Unfortunately, the efforts culminated in the recovery of Axel's body during the ongoing search. Assistant Commissioner of Police Alberto Romero provided details on the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Upon arrival, they met one Roy Alvarez, who reported that he was on a jet ski with one Axel Oroman. He reported that Axel Oroman lost control of the jet ski and both of them fell into the river. Searches were made. He was not located. Thereafter, further searches were done on Sunday, and the body of Axel Oroman was recovered from the river. We are now awaiting a post-mortem examination.
What, if any, charges can be levied? This was a teenager operating a jet ski.
Well, a permit is required to drive a jet ski, but the information we got is that he took that jet ski without the consent of the owner and made his way to the river.
There was an adult with him as well, and none of them were wearing life vests.
None were wearing life vests.
So can the adult be held responsible for that?
Well, he is saying that he was the passenger on the jet ski and that Oroman was driving a jet ski.
What was the relation between
They were friends. The Coast Guard was immediately called to the area. They came and did an assessment. The body was not found. Thereafter, they returned Sunday to continue with the search.
the jet ski was registered?
I will need to follow up on that.
Reports suggest that Axel had taken the jet ski without the owner's permission and was not licensed to operate such watercraft. Neither were wearing a life vest at the time of the incident. Authorities confirmed that an investigation is underway, including an assessment of whether the jet ski was properly registered and licensed with the Belize Port Authority. Romero emphasized that the investigation will also examine whether proper safety protocols were followed and will include a post-mortem examination to determine the cause of death. In light of the accident that claimed the life of 14-year-old Axel, the Belize Port Authority (BPA) is reminding the public of vital maritime safety rules. As mentioned, Orman was driving the jet ski with 55-year-old Roy Kittler as the passenger when they both lost balance and were thrown into the water. While Kittler managed to make it to shore, Orman went under and never resurfaced. A search effort followed and concluded with the discovery of Orman's body on Sunday afternoon. In its statement, the BPA said that under Belizean maritime law, anyone operating a personal watercraft, including jet skis, must hold a valid certificate of competency and ensure that the craft is registered and licensed with the BPA. The public is also reminded that life jackets are mandatory at all times when operating or riding on personal watercraft. Officials say this critical safety measure can help prevent drowning and save lives during accidents. The International Court of Justice (ICJ) has announced that it will consider Guatemala's application for permission to intervene in the ongoing territorial dispute between Belize and Honduras. The preliminary hearing regarding Guatemala's intervention is scheduled to commence on Monday, November 24, 2025. The dispute centers around sovereignty over the Zapodela Keys, a cluster of small islands in the Caribbean Sea. Belize's claim to the area was formally presented to the ICJ on November 16, 2022, when Belize requested the court to adjudge and declare that, as between Belize and Honduras, Belize is sovereign over the Zapodela Keys. Belize filed its memorial in May 2023, and Honduras responded with its counter-memorial in December 2023. Both parties agreed that no further pleadings were necessary, streamlining the case for the upcoming hearings. However, the case took a new turn on December 1, 2023, when Guatemala filed an application to intervene in the dispute. While Belize expressed no objection to Guatemala's participation, Honduras opposed the move, prompting the court to schedule a hearing to address the preliminary matter of Guatemala's intervention. The Office of the Agent, OOTA, has been actively engaged in coordinating with Belize's legal teams and is prepared to represent Belize's interests diligently during the upcoming oral proceedings. The court's decision on Guatemala's intervention will significantly influence the proceedings, which aim to clarify sovereignty issues over the Zapodela Keys and long-standing regional disputes. The ICJ's decision to hear the intervention request highlights the complex diplomatic and legal dimensions surrounding territorial claims in the Caribbean region, emphasizing the importance of international legal processes in resolving such disputes peacefully. As the preliminary hearing for Guatemala's request fast approaching, today lead attorney for Belize on the matter, senior counsel Amon Courtney, spoke on what is expected in the coming months as it relates to this matter in particular.
Back in November of 2022, I believe it was, we had applied to the court to have the case between Belize and Honduras heard to determine the sovereignty over the Zapodela Keys. And we filed our memorial, I believe it was in May of 2023, and Honduras at the end of the year. Right at the very end of 2023, Guatemala applied to join that case, asserting that they had claimed sovereignty over the Zapodela Keys, and therefore, if it's going to be determined between Belize and Honduras, they had a right to be heard. We offered no objections to them joining, so that the three of us would be before the court, Belize, Honduras, and Guatemala, and the sovereignty of the Zapodela Keys would be determined once and for all. Honduras objected to their joining, which automatically meant that there needed to be a hearing for the court to first of all determine whether they would allow Guatemala to intervene. The court has now set a date for that to happen later this year in October. And we, as I said, we have no objection to it being heard, but I suspect that we will have to wait to see what Honduras says in its submissions to the court. And then we can decide whether or not we will, put any strong arguments one way or the other. Basically, I think the position that we will adopt is to assist the court as best we can. We want the substantive case to move forward, whether Guatemala is allowed to intervene or not. We want the matter to move forward as we do the case between Guatemala and Belize over the territory claimed by Guatemala.
Courtney today also spoke on the perceived repercussions that this case may bring for the already ongoing Belize-Guatemala territorial dispute, should it be the case that Guatemala is allowed to join in the case.
Not in the middle. We have completed the filings, and the Guatemala-Belize case is ready for hearing and awaiting a date for hearing. The Honduras case specifically is not joined to the Guatemala-Belize case. However, for obvious reasons, they should be heard together. What the lawyers, international lawyers have told us and what we're hoping for is that the court would set a date for Guatemala-Belize, let's say in one particular month next year or the year after, whenever they set it. And then the Belize-Honduras would be set, let's say a week or two after, so that all the arguments in the two cases, because they are connected, would be heard by the court around the same time, and a judgment hopefully in each case be handed down around the same time. So you're right to point out that the application by Guatemala to intervene has the effect, if they are allowed to intervene, it means that the court will say, okay, Guatemala, put in your submissions that you want to put in. Honduras and Belize, you reply to what they have to say. We would not expect the court to then give Guatemala another right of reply, because in the main case, Belize against Honduras, there was only one round of pleadings. We put in ours, they put in theirs, there was no reply. So I would assume that when the court hears this in October, they will decide fairly shortly thereafter, one way or the other. Guatemala, no, because all your arguments about your right to sovereignty have already been submitted in the case between Guatemala against Belize. They can't put in a different argument in this case. So that's why we said, listen, this is a waste of time, Guatemala applying. We don't want to delay this. We won't fight over this procedural thing. Let them put in their submissions, and we would say to the court, you don't need to give a lot of time. All of us have already put in our submissions. Guatemala's submissions can be found in the Guatemala-Belize case. Belize and Honduras have put in their claim, their arguments already in the Belize versus Honduras. So, set a very short timeline if you allow Guatemala to join.
According to Courtney, one area drawing particular attention at this time is Corona Reef, a transboundary marine protected area shared between Belize and Guatemala. Located in the Gulf of Honduras, the reef stretches approximately 4 miles within Belizean waters and 5 miles into Guatemalan territory. Its ecological and strategic importance is significant as the area is also home to a diverse and vibrant marine ecosystem, making it conservation a regional priority.
Well, yes and no. From an environmental point of view, it is of great interest to both countries because it is very rich in its biodiversity. Without going into much on it, I would say it does not have great legal significance. You will understand, Jules, that when it comes to defining boundaries in the maritime area of any country, you deal with land boundary that is projected out, and if there's any maritime rock or island outgrowing in the sea, not everyone, and especially a reef that is submerged, is not a feature that will necessarily be used by the court to say, okay, here's a valuable coral formation below water. Let us see how we will adjust the border. That would not be used as a factor to adjust the border.
Right.
But
Okay.
it's at a very delicate place, and it's very rich.
Coming up next, Belize reports no new measles cases after successful containment of recent outbreak. Stay tuned.
This is where blue innovation meets green ambition and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Caribe in San Pedro. This is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025. Bridging markets, building resilience. September 3rd to 5th, Sunset Caribe, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium August 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Kaya Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Buster B Band, Los Tios, DJ Barber, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there.
It is truly a proud and historic moment for us here in San Ignacio. It gives me great joy to welcome you all to the official opening of the very first wooden basketball court in our community.
The cost of the project in completion was about $200,000. Honorable Mala was willing to assist us with this project. This is a huge, huge investment for us.
There can be serious development through sports, especially if the right foundation, having the right facilities are in place. Then the programs follow. We can't put the carriage front of the house by having the programs, but we only have outdoor facilities. Belize rain 6 months out of the year, and having outdoor facilities is just not enough.
Our focus is going to be on education because that's a part of using sports as a vehicle to get as many of our athletes to international schools to play football, basketball, volleyball, track, whatever it is. The other thing is health. 33% of our people are afflicted by diabetes, hypertension, or some ailment like that. And those things can be prevented. So we want to create again the facilities where people can go exercise, have fun.
Electricity is evolving, and BEL is leading the way with smarter connections across Belize. Meet AMI, Advanced Metering Infrastructure. It's not just a meter, it's a smarter way to manage power. Smart meters record your energy use in real time and securely send the data to BEL. Key customer benefits include real-time insights into energy usage, improved home energy planning, integration of solar, battery, and EV technologies, and innovative customer service solutions. Get ready! AMI is coming soon to municipalities across Belize, including the Keys, to give you more control and reliability. BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium August 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Fire Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Buster B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there. Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium August 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Fire Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Buster B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there.
Belize has recorded no new cases of measles for more than 2 full incubation periods, marking a significant milestone in the containment of the recent outbreak, according to the Ministry of Health and Wellness. The outbreak, which surfaced in early April 2025, was traced back to international travel to Mexico and predominantly affected unvaccinated individuals. A total of 34 cases were confirmed across the Corozal and Cayo districts. Fortunately, there was only one hospitalization and no deaths have been reported to date. Thanks to the swift and coordinated response from Belizean healthcare teams, along with the cooperation of affected individuals and the support of the public, the outbreak has been effectively controlled. The ministry emphasizes that these collective efforts played a crucial role in preventing further spreading. As measles continues to pose a threat across the Americas, Belize remains vigilant through enhanced surveillance of fever and rash illnesses, stated a representative from the MOHW. Our commitment is to protect our citizens and prevent future outbreaks. The ministry urges the public to remain alert and proactive. Parents or guardians are strongly encouraged to ensure children are up to date with routine vaccinations, especially the measles, mumps, and rubella MMR vaccine. Travelers are also advised to verify their vaccination status and, if unvaccinated, to receive a measles vaccine at least 2 weeks prior to departure to international destinations. In a gesture of unity and commitment to youth empowerment, the Toledo Police Formation, under the leadership of Officer Commanding Brent Hamilton, has donated a set of wind instruments to their counterparts at the Corozal Police Formation. The donation will be used primarily by the Corozal Police Cadet Corps, a youth program that promotes discipline, teamwork, and positive community values. Officer Commanding Corozal Formation, Elroy Carcamo, welcomed the contribution, noting that the instruments will not only benefit the cadets but will also be made available to other young people across Corozal who are interested in music and personal development.
So Corozal Police received a donation of some wind instruments from Toledo Police Formation. The officer in charge, Superintendent Brent Hamilton, and myself have been very close working partners while we were in Belize City. He was in charge behind St. Martin's and I was in charge of community policing for Belize District. And so we built a good working relationship and had a discussion. And we were short of some wind instruments here in Corozal, and he had some extra, and so he donated some flute, some clarinet, and some trumpets to assist us in helping developing our youth within this area. Whilst we are geared to have these instruments being used by the Belize Police Cadet Corps, Corozal Formation, we are going to open up to the community itself because we realize that bringing youth together through music and other activities as such is something positive for us and will assist us to go further in minimizing crime and violence within our area and also building that relationship between the police and the community.
The Police Cadet Program continues to be a vital initiative in bridging the gap between law enforcement and youth by fostering respect, leadership, and collaboration through music and structured activities. Cadets are empowered to stay on the right path and serve as role models among their peers.
Well, in Corozal, we have over 100 members of the Police Cadet Corps. We have in Corozal Town, Sarteneja, Progreso, Pachacan, Chanchen. And presently we have an amount of them at the National Summer Camp that is happening at the Escuela Secundaria Técnica Mexico for this week. But the cadet program has assisted us a lot. We have seen that relationship between the community and the police working with our youths. And the idea behind the cadet program is to develop leadership skills within our youth within this area and to keep them positive off the streets to do certain things that will develop them and develop their community. And this does not only lead into the music that we are dealing with, but we also deal with community service, church service, and they go out there and participate in different lectures to understand what is it that is happening within our community and how they can use the positive things that are out there to better their life and better their community.
The donation, according to OC Carcamo, also highlights the spirit of interdepartmental cooperation, reflecting the police department's broader mission of community building and cross-district support.
Well, as a department itself, you all know that we work closely with the community and we believe in collaboration, and it is no better way to collaborate. You cannot go there and just collaborate with the community if you're not collaborating internally. And what we do have is good internal collaboration between our different formations. When we see we can assist in different areas, we do so with the expertise that we have or with the items that we can to support.
All right.
Rebels Basketball, in collaboration with the Orange Walk District Basketball Association, is calling on all basketball lovers and enthusiasts, and it is set to launch its Summer Bounce basketball camps this Saturday, July 26th at the Philip Alvarez Basketball Court in Orange Walk. The camp is designed to help participants develop their basketball skills, teamwork, and sportsmanship in a fun and engaging environment during the summer break.
The goal is to have the kids active, and with that then we find fun ways for them to learn the game, practice skills, develop qualities of sportsmanship and leadership and all that stuff, but primarily it's about them to learn the game and have fun. So we are catering for two groups. The first group starts at 9 and goes to about 10:30, and that's for kids 5 to 12 years. And then we jump right in after that with the 13-year-olds to the 17-year-olds from 10:45 to about 12:30. Yes, so traditionally what we do is we include former basketball players from elite squads, and we have them help us with facilitating the camps, and then we try to have guest coaches also come in, so then that gives us a different dynamic and give the kids different views. They get exposed to different drills, and so that makes it more entertaining, more engaging for the kids.
Organizers say they are especially encouraging young girls to take part in the camp, noting that it's a great opportunity for them to learn more about the sport, build confidence, and develop a love for basketball in a supportive space.
Yes, absolutely. The camp is open for boys and girls. I know that a few months ago they had an all-girls camp here in Injuak, and so I would love to see more girls come out to our summer camp. And again, it's open for boys and girls, so we are looking forward to seeing them, and we will be prepared to be able to work with both boys and girls.
With basketballs bouncing and sneakers squeaking, this promises to be a summer highlight for aspiring young hoopers in the North. The National Basketball Federation of Belize, NBFB, is on the move, hosting open regional tryouts across the country for young male athletes born between 2011 and 2013, and the next stop is Orange Walk. This Sunday, July 27, the national recruitment team will be at the Orange Walk Multipurpose Complex starting at 2 p.m., calling on all basketball enthusiasts ages 12 to 15 to come out and compete for a spot on Belize's national youth basketball team. This initiative is part of a nationwide talent search aimed at building a strong, skilled, and disciplined youth squad to represent Belize in future regional and international competitions. The tryouts are free and open to all eligible players.
The Belize Basketball Federation has launched a regional open tryouts for kids under 15 years old. So boys under 15 years old. So we've been at different regions across the country, and this Sunday, the 27th, is going to be the northern region. We're hosting it at the Orange Walk Multipurpose Complex, and so it's an open invitation for any boy that wishes, that meets the age group, and believes that has the potential to make the national team. We want to invite them to show up, come up and show what you have. The coaches will be here evaluating. The whole idea about this is rebuilding a national team, a youth national team for that level. There will be competition next year, Central Basket U15, and that's what we're starting to prepare for.
But the opportunity goes beyond just making the team. Thanks to a memorandum of understanding between the NBFB and the Ministry of Education, selected athletes will have access to educational support, including scholarships, mentorship, and structured athletic development. It's a chance for youth to grow both on the court and in the classroom.
But apart from that, there's a great opportunity because the Federation has an MOU with the Ministry of Education. So as part of our national team program, when we do these evaluations, we create a pool of players. And the pool of players will be somewhat like 30 players from across the country. And these players, with the MOU from the Ministry of Education, are granted tuition scholarships for the education journey as of now until it's a tertiary level assistance. So it's also an opportunity for them. So we encourage all the boys of that age group to please come out and show yourself and give it a shot and show us what you got.
The tour began this month with stops at the Belize Civic Center, Russell Chiste Auditorium, Victor Galvez Stadium, and Belmopan UB Gymnasium, and concludes this weekend in Orange Walk. Organizers encourages families, schools, and communities to support their young athletes by encouraging them to attend, try out, and potentially become the next generation of national sport ambassadors. Prime Minister John Briceño left Belize on Sunday for personal reasons before heading to Japan to participate in a significant international event. His upcoming trip will see him travel to Osaka on August 1st, where he will represent Belize at the Expo 2025 Osaka, a prominent global exposition set to highlight innovative solutions for worldwide challenges. Expo 2025 Osaka is a 6-month international showcase taking place from April 13 to October 13, 2025 on Umeshima, an artificial island in Osaka Bay. This event is expected to draw millions of visitors from around the world and features a theme titled Designing Future Society for Our Lives, emphasizing advancements in sustainability, technology, and international cooperation on pressing issues such as climate change, renewable energy, and economic growth. Belize is among over 150 countries and global organizations participating in the Expo, which aims to foster dialogue and collaboration on critical global topics. Belize's presence will be marked by its dedicated pavilion situated in the Saving Lives sector. According to Beltrade, the Belize Pavilion will serve as an immersive experience, allowing visitors to delve into the nation's rich cultural heritage, cultural heritage, natural beauty, and emerging economic opportunities. Visitors will have the chance to explore Belize's ancient Maya history alongside its modern pursuits and aspirations. During his stay in Japan, Prime Minister Briceño will also engage in diplomatic talks, including a bilateral meeting with Japanese Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba to strengthen ties and explore avenues for cooperation between the two nations. The Prime Minister is expected to return to Belize on Saturday, August 5th. In his absence, Deputy Prime Minister Cordell Hyde, who also oversees natural resources, mining, and petroleum, will serve as acting Prime Minister. And there is more news after the break. Stay tuned.
In the heart of the Americas lies a country that connects nations, cultures, and commerce. Belize, where CARICOM, Central America, and southeastern Mexico meet, offers more than beauty, it offers opportunity. A stable democracy, a bilingual workforce, and in this new global trade era, Belize is more than a destination. It's the nexus of tomorrow's investment frontier. A robust logistics and trade infrastructure connects you to over 200 million consumers. And as the world shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Caribe in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Caribe, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium August 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Kaya Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Buster B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there.
Electricity is evolving, and BEL is leading the way with smarter connections across Belize. Meet AMI, Advanced Metering Infrastructure. It's not just a meter, it's a smarter way to manage power. Smart meters record your energy use in real time and securely send the data to BEL. Key customer benefits include real-time insights into energy usage, improved home energy planning, integration of solar, battery, and EV technologies, and innovative customer service solutions. Get ready! AMI is coming soon to municipalities across Belize, including the Keys, to give you more control and reliability. BEL, bringing you a brighter tomorrow.
It is truly a proud and historic moment for us here in San Ignacio. It gives me great joy to welcome you all to the official opening of the very first wooden basketball court in our community.
The cost of the project in completion was about $200,000. Honorable Mala was willing to assist us with this project. This is a huge, huge investment for us.
There can be serious development through sports, especially if the right foundation, having the right facilities are in place. Then the programs follow. We can't put the carriage front of the house by having the programs, but we only have outdoor facilities. Belize rain 6 months out of the year, and having outdoor facilities is just not enough.
Our focus is going to be on education because that's a part of using sports as a vehicle to get as many of our athletes to international schools to play football, basketball, volleyball, track, whatever it is. The other thing is health. 33% of our people are afflicted by diabetes, hypertension, or some ailment like that. And those things can be prevented. So we want to create again the facilities where people can go exercise, have fun.
World shifts to regional supply chains, Belize is poised to lead. This is where blue innovation meets green ambition, and orange creativity thrives. Join us for the Belize Investment Summit 2025, September 3rd to 5th at the Sunset Carib in San Pedro. From agribusiness to aquaculture, from renewable energy to digital services, from tourism to trade, this is the future of regional integration, and it starts here. Whether you're returning home, expanding regionally, or entering new markets, Belize welcomes you. Why Belize? Why now? Belize Investment Summit 2025, Bridging Markets, Building Resilience, September 3rd to 5th at Sunset Carib, San Pedro. Visit investmentsummit.bz to register and be part of shaping the investment frontier.
Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium on the 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Fire Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Busta B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there. Fiestarama 2025, bigger, bolder, and better at the People's Stadium on the 2nd and 3rd. On Saturday, come out and enjoy football competition, Pro FC 17, Mr. Gerrans, Fire Starter, Technoban, and Sweet Pain. On Sunday, Dog Show, Cabalgata, Mexican Car Show, Panorific Steel Band, Busta B Band, Los Tios, DJ Baba, Father Jesse, mechanical rides, foods, drinks, and more. See you there.
The government of Belize recently convened a high-level meeting with delegations from both Mexico and Guatemala to discuss infrastructure collaboration in the region, including the proposed extension of the Tren Maya Railway through Belize and Guatemala. The discussions also focus on the tri-national nature reserve shared by the three countries, as well as the proposed construction of a bridge across the Zaragoza Channel located north of Ambergris Key. A task force will be established to continue discussions and lead the coordination on these strategic infrastructure projects. Additionally, technical committees will be formed to oversee project design, planning, and implementation details. 21 members of the Shunush Fishermen Association, CFA, have graduated from a specialized entrepreneurial development training program designed to help coastal residents start and grow their small businesses. The program was delivered by Bell Trade through its Small Business Development Center Belize, SBDC Belize, as part of a wider effort entitled Building Community Capacity to Absorb Financial Investments. Funding and support came from the Belize Fund, which not only made the training possible but also provided each graduate with essential business equipment to help them strengthen or launch their own small enterprises. The training focused on three key pillars of entrepreneurial growth: business advisory support, hands-on capacity building sessions, and linkages to financial and market opportunities. Participants received the practical skills and guidance tailored to the specific challenges and opportunities faced by coastal entrepreneurs. Bell Trade, which leads the entrepreneurial development arm of the project, says the program is part of its wider commitment to strengthening micro, small, and medium enterprises, MSMEs, across the country through inclusive, community-driven economic development. The graduation ceremony celebrated the achievements of all 21 participants, who are now better equipped to lead innovation and growth in their village. And that's the news. We invite you to join us for another newscast on Tuesday, July 22nd, here on CTV3 News and Face FM 106.7. Remember that to read a text version of the news, You can visit our website at CTV3BelizeNews.com. You can also log on to our Facebook page for current stories at facebook.com/CTV3BelizeNews or our YouTube channel at CTV3 News BZ. From all of us here at CTV3 News, thank you for watching and listening. Good night.